Hi crocheters of the world. I am so happy to present you my latest project, which is this one, and it's a top-down Tunisian crochet cardigan. I am so happy I did it, cause Tunisian crochet, I don't know, it's something special for me. It's something that I can say I am discovering step by step, because I already have a playlist of my projects with the Tunisian crochet. I already have a dragon tail, a scarf, and if you want to know how to work in round, a hat, and a Chanel-like jacket I already did, and now this one. I was very curious of how to crochet a top-down with a Tunisian crochet. Now this is my cardigan. I already have another top-down, actually. Now I remember, I already have another top-down. It's a pullover for men, but of course for women too, and it's really nice. But that one I worked a top-down, but separately, back, front and sleeves, and then I put them together just because I didn't want to work in round. But I must say that working in round with a Tunisian crochet, it is not that difficult. And actually in this tutorial, of course, the written instruction for this cardigan, you have them in 5 measures, not 10, sorry, 5 measures, and you can find them on my shop on Ravelry. So you have the link below of this tutorial, so you can purchase them and go on with the video. So it's a video guide, let's say, for the written instructions, but if you want to give it a try, you can give it a try without the written instructions, if you don't want actually to crochet my design, because in the tutorial I explain step by step how to work the yoke. So even the working in round, I also explain at the end how to work in round the sleeves, because for the sleeves it's actually there is no solution, so only to work in round the sleeves, and it is not difficult. And actually I work them in round. Not only that I work them in round, but I work them with the same color, so you will need 2 balls of yarn, but okay, this is all in the tutorial. So we will begin with them. Of course, it's a top down, so we will begin with the neckline and how to put chains and to create actually a nice neckline. Of course, with the raglan increases and so on. The division round row, because it's a cardigan. Okay, so maybe the next will be actually a pullover worked in round, a top down pullover worked in round. I am really curious of how would be, and I am pretty sure that I will give it a try, but for now on just I will let it to the tutorial. Hope you will enjoy. Hope there is a nice lesson for all of you who like, or I don't know, prefer maybe the Tunisian crochet. I have in mind some other projects with the Tunisian crochet, cause I don't know, I think it's really a magic word to discover, at least for me. Okay, so I let it to the tutorial. So let's see how to work it. I am working here with a 5mm Tunisian crochet hook, and with a yarn that can be worked with 3.54mm hook. Actually, this yarn I can work it with 5.5 to 6mm hook. So usually, so if you want to have a very nice and lacy, not lacy, but nice and soft, not rigid, not solid texture for your garment that you work with in Tunisian crochet, you must choose to work with at least 3 measures more than the crochet hook, than the hook that is suitable for the yarn. Okay, so don't worry, just go ahead and pick up a larger hook. 3 to 4 measures more you can use. Now first of all, we will begin as a top down, normal top down begins. So we need a multiple of 3 for the back side. We begin with the back side measure, mid shoulder to mid shoulder. I will put here only 18, so this is just, let's say, a swatch. Okay, so just for the lesson, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, I don't know what to do with it, 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 and 18. Okay, now I have my 18. Now the third part will be one sleeve, which means is 6. 18 divided by 3 is 6. So I will put 6 chains for one sleeve, 3 4 5 and 6, and 6 more for the other one, 2 3 4 5 and 6. Now for the raglan increases, I will put 4 more, 1 2 3 4, and 4 more chains for the front side, 1 2 3 and 4, and these last 4 and 4, so 4 for the raglan increases and 4 more for each right side are actually the same number, even if you will put more or less. Actually, I don't think, even if you put more to begin your so the measures, actually the measures, let's say like this, the measures are the back side and the sleeves. Actually the back side, it's the main measure that you need to begin. And then from the back side you will know how many chains to put for the sleeves, and then you have 4 more chains for the 4 raglan increases and 4 more chains for 2 and 2, the 2 sides, 2 front sides. Okay, even if you work a blouse or something that you want to work close, not a cardigan, so a open think garment, you will need 2 and 2, because you will want to work actually first the in rows to create the neckline. Once we have all the stitches, we begin to work the very first row. So I will work it on the wrong side of my chain, so not here but on this in the middle. Okay, so it will be easier for me to take the stitches again when I work the border around the neck in another step. Okay, now I just want to work the very first row, and the very first row, it's easy, just work normally as for the Tunisian crochet. So we just we know that for the Tunisian crochet we just pull up stitches into the first step of one row. So to complete one row we have to go on and pull up stitches, and into the second step we turn back and work the stitches that we have on the crochet, Tunisian crochet hook. Okay, so I will just go on and pull up all my stitches. Now you can, when you pull up your stitches, you can just count them. Okay, it's very important to have them all. Okay, so you have the chance. So I have all my stitches on, and now to work them back, I will yarn over and pull through one loop, and then I will yarn over and pull through 2 loops to the end. 1, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and this will be worked to the end. Yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so this is the very first row, and at the end of this row we want to put the markers. So yarn over, pull through 2. We want to put the markers, the raglan increases, okay, the 4 stitches. We have these nice vertical bars. I worked the yoke almost all with the simple Tunisian crochet stitch. The last one. Okay, so this is what we have now. To put the I have my 4 markers. To put the markers, it's easy. I will just let him. Okay, I know that for the front side I put 2. 1, 2. So the third, it's a raglan stitch, the first one. Now for the sleeve I put 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the next, it's the second raglan increase. Now for the back I have 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So the next, it's the third raglan increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the last and the fourth. And I must have 2 more for the other front side. Okay, now let's see how to increase, how to work the raglan increases and how to work the increases for the front neckline. So for the front neckline, I will just work like this. So this is the very first stitch. I already have the loop on the hook for it. So I will insert hook in between the first and the second. Just in between them and pull up a loop, and this is my increase. Now I will work the second stitch of the front side. Now we will always increase for the yoke, we will always increase into the second row. So we work the first, this is the second, the increase row will be a even number, the increase row. Now here it's the vertical bar of the raglan increase. We will put 1 increase on one side, 1 increase on the other side. So actually insert hook in between here on the right side of the vertical bar, and this is my first increase. Yarn over. So instead of working the stitch, you can work the stitch if you want to, okay? It's okay. But I just want to yarn over because it's more beautiful. The raglan line, it's more beautiful. And on the left side of the raglan stitch, I will pull up a loop. Now we have the 2 loops, the increases and the vertical bar in between. Now I will work my 6 stitches in between the markers. These are the stitches for the sleeve, first sleeve. And I stop here, and again before the stitch with the marker I pull up a loop, then yarn over to skip the stitch with the marker, and on the left side of it I will pull up a loop 1 more time. So it's my raglan increase, my double increase. And now I will work the back side stitches. Okay, these are the back side stitches, and I just go on. I don't want to count because I already counted, so I just go on until the next marker where I have to increase exactly the same. So this is how you will increase for the entire yoke, each of your second row. Now for the neck, increase at the end, at the beginning, for some more rows. Now this is my raglan increase marker stitch. On the right side, pull up a loop. This is my first increase. Yarn over to skip the stitch, or as I said, you can work it if for you it's easier. And on the left side, pull up another loop. Work the sleeve to like this, and insert hook again on the right side, yarn over to skip it, and 1 more. Now we have the 2, so we work the first, we increase in between, and always the last stitch will be worked on 2 loops like this to create a nice border. And this nice border, it's really not only aesthetic, but it's useful for us when we will work the border and we will count the stitches, we will know how many we have. Okay, so that's why it's very important. Okay, so now I will just work the stitches, all of them, but I want to show you how to work the stitches on the raglan increase. So this is the first one, this is the increase, and this is the second. We have 3 stitches here, and now this is my raglan increase. So I will work the first increase, and now this is a little bit more difficult, but it's here, yarn over, pull through the yarn over stitch. Okay, this is the yarn over stitch in the middle, and now this is the second raglan increase, it's here. Okay, now I will work my sleeve stitches, and I will show you one more time. Okay, we are here. So this is the increase stitch, and this is the yarn over stitch in the middle, this one with the marker, and another increase on one side and on the other side of the raglan stitch, which is the yarn over. Okay, now I just continue on with my back side stitches. Okay, and I have again my raglan stitches. So this, I have one more. Okay, and now this is the first, so yarn over, pull through 2. This is my yarn over, so the stitch in the middle, here it is, and this is my next of the raglan increase, 1 and 2. These are raglan increases. We have these nice holes here. Okay, let us go on to the end. Again, the raglan increase, 1, then the stitch in the middle, and the other one, and the other one, and we work 1, oops, sorry, we work 1, then we work the increase here for the neckline, and the last one. And this is what we have. Now the next row will be a odd number row, 1, 2, there will be the third row, and will be worked the stitches as they are. So we don't increase, we just put the stitches as they are. But here we have the increase, and we work the increase, we have the stitch, and I just want to show you why it's a little bit strange, because can you see, oops, sorry, it's this one. So this is the increase. Okay, we have the 3 stitches for the front side, and these are the 2 increases. We can see them. This is the first. In the middle, this is the stitch in the middle. Don't lose it, okay? So don't skip it. And this is the other increase on the other side. And now, just to be sure that you won't lose something on your way, insert hook into the stitch in the middle. So actually it's the yarn over, you know, but it's very important. So now we know that this is the stitch in the middle and these are the increases, okay? And now we continue on like this. It's only for that stitch that I want to be sure that you understand. Okay, so it's this one. I already worked the, sorry, just want to show you one more time. So I already worked the increase, this is the increase, this is the stitch in the middle. Work it and the other increase and put the marker on it. Okay, so second row, so each row without increases, we will move the marker, okay? Good. Now I will just work all this row, and I want to be back to show you one more time the increase, only just these 2, okay, because they are the same. I finished the round without increases. And now I want to show you, as I said before, one more time how to increase. So as you can see, it's here that you can count the stitches, you can count the rows, so you will know even if you just let apart the project and you want to do something else and you turn back and say, oh my gosh, do I have to increase or do I have to work the row as it is? So it's here 1, 2, 3. So we work 3. This is the fourth, which means it's an even number, which means we have to increase. Now, first of all, we increase here in between the first and the second. Don't forget about it. Then we work all the stitches till the marker. Again, like this. And before the stitch with the marker, which is this one, in between, so on the right side into the space here, we pull up a loop, yarn over, and again after the stitch with the marker, so this one, pull up a loop. Okay, and this is how we increase. Now one more time, and then I will just go on and work 2 or 3 more rows, and then I will show you how to okay, now again we are before we work the last stitch before the stitch with the marker, this one, so into the space, pull up a loop, yarn over, on the left side of it pull up a loop, and this is the increase. Now I will, as I said, 2 more rows, this one and 2 more rows, and I will be back to show you how to work the round neckline for the front side, and then we will continue on only for the rest of the yoke, only with the raglan increases. We won't work these increases anymore. So I'm back because I want to show you how to finish the neckline on the front side. So I work a total of 6. We will finish the neckline on the front side only in a odd number row, so this will be the 7th, and we have to know how many stitches we have on the back side, and I already counted them and I have 24. From the increase to the increase, this is the increase, we don't count this one in the middle, okay? From the increase to the increase I have 24. And how many stitches I have on the front side? Again, from the increase to the last stitch, and I have 8. Plus 8 are 16. Now the number of stitches on the back side less the number of stitches of the front side are the stitches that we have to add, and in my case are 24 less 16 is 8. But we have to add them because we are not working in round now, we are working a open garment, so a cardigan. So we need to divide this 8 in 4 and 4, and we have to add the number of stitches, 4 at the beginning and 4 at the end, and this is what I want to show you how to do. It's pretty easy at the beginning because we just chain 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so it's really easy. Now we work them. It's 1, 2, 3 and 4, and now just let's see where are my stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So insert hook into this one and work 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7 and 8. This is the increased stitch of the previous row. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and this is what we need because we have 24 on the back side, 12 and 12. And now we just continue on and pull up loops until the end, and then I will show you how to add 4 more loops at the end. So I've finished almost. I have 2 more stitches here, 1 and 2, and I have to add 4 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now how to add at the end of the row. Now we add like this. We put the yarn, keep it with these fingers like this, and put it over these 2. Insert hook under this part, and insert hook under this part, and just leave it there. And this is my first stitch. Now again, 1, 2, so keep it like this, and just leave it there. Not very tight, obvious. I have 2, this is my third, and I have 1 more. Now I will show you. We can do it with 1 finger too, so take like this over 1 finger and like this. So you can do it with 1 or with 2 fingers. And now I have my 4 stitches added. Let me show you how to work them. This is the first. I will just keep here well, nice and tight. Yarn over, pull through 1, only 1. Now yarn over, pull through 2, then yarn over, pull through 2 again. Come on, okay. And the last, yarn over, pull through 2. And now I have 1, 2, 3 and 4. My 4 stitches, yarn over, pull through 2. Now I will just continue on to work. And this is it. This is how we add our stitches. Now we have the neckline on the front just ready, and all you have to do is to continue on with the raglan increases for the rest of the yoke. The third most important, so there are 4 actually problems here, not problems, but let's say difficult steps, tricky steps. And the first was the raglan increase and the increases on sides. The second, how to add stitches at the beginning and at the end, and how many to create the front neck line. And the third will be the division, and the fourth will be actually more or less the same with the division, how to add stitches underarm. So let me just continue on with some more rows, and I will be back with the division. I'm back to show you steps 3 and 4, which is the dividing row, and how to add stitches on the underarm if you need to. Of course, here when you arrive to when you have the length of the raglan line that you need, so 1 or 2 centimeters under arm, okay, then you just put it on you and try it. If it's fit perfectly, you don't have to add any stitch on the other arm. If you need some, you will add. But for this, you have on my written instruction all that you have to do step by step, and for 5 measures. Now let's see. So I begin to work normally the front side. Okay, and I go on until the last stitch of the increase. So this is of course a no increasing row, okay, row without increases, okay, and this is the stitch in the middle. Look at the raglan line, isn't it just gorgeous? I really love it, how it looks. Okay, so I will continue on working 1, and the last increasing row, stitch, and this in the middle I want to let it for the sleeve. Okay, so I will let it here with the marker on. Now, if we don't need to put any to add any stitch, we just skip on the left side of the raglan line, middle stitch of the raglan line, left. And I will just work it a little bit. And I will just continue on to work the back side. And of course the same thing on the other side. I won't go to the end. Okay, so this is what we have without the stitches on the other, adding stitches. So normally you just continue on until this. So it's this one. Let's put the marker here. It's this one, the last, then skip the sleeve, and on the left side of the marker, is this one, the stitch, work this side. Okay, but what if you need some stitches? Okay, what if you need to add some stitches? You will add them as you add at the end of the neckline, you know. We chain at the beginning and we add some stitches at the end. And it's exactly the same thing. So, like this. 1, 2, let's say 3, 4, okay? Let's say we need 4. And we skip into this. And we continue on working as nothing happens, and we just go on. When I come back and work all my stitches, now I will stop here. Of course, we'll work all and put here 4 more too, so the same number actually of stitches. But now it's only for you to understand, okay? Because the other side it's exactly the same. Now, when we want to come back, we just come back and work all the stitches, and when we get the stitches that we add, which are this, we just keep here nice and tight when we work them, okay? So keep like this, and I just finish with them. Now I will work, and these are my stitches that I added, okay? And now actually there is one more thing that I want to show you, is the stitches for the arm. So now you just continue on and work the body for the length that you want. Put some increases if you need to on one side and on the other side, and that would be all. Now, so in the middle here, okay, you will put a marker, and on the other side put one increase each. I don't know how many rows you need, how large you need to go on in length, so it's your choice. Or as I said, I just have my written instruction where I actually wrote down, so I calculate for you all in 5 sizes. Now another thing is that you will have, so this is actually compulsory, so you will have to work in round for the sleeves. It's important. Now, if you already have done one of my projects, the only one actually for now, in round, it's a hat that I worked in Tunisian crochet in round. It is not difficult, believe me. And I also have a stitch that I showed you how to work in round. So here on the eye, you just touch from the tablet or smartphones, touch, and you will have all the videos that you need. So here up in the right corner on the screen, you will have all the videos that you need for a better understanding of this one. So you have the hat too to work in round. But I also want to show you on the little sleeve here, just for me. I want to be sure that you understand all the steps. If you want to give it a try by yourself and you don't want to purchase the written instructions. So, okay. Now I will work some rows here for the body, and I will be back for the last thing, so for how to begin to work in round. Okay, so last but not least, let us see how to work in round, to so to take the stitches and to work in round. I will show you not more than 2 rounds, just to be sure that you understand. So this is the little sleeve here, and it's here that I will begin in the middle. I put 4 more, 1 2 3 4 more stitches. Okay, 1 2 3 4, this. So I'll begin in the middle to take my stitches, and I will need 1 more marker. These 2 I can after I work my first, I will work my first round, I will take them off. Now about the Tunisian crochet with 2 hooks, so with 2 ended, actually 2, yes, pointed. Anyway, you understand, you've got the idea. There are Tunisian crochet with 2 double hook, and you can actually work with those. But I found out that these are just perfect. Now I bought them in a set like this on Amazon, and I must say I am really happy with them, because I have, first of all, I have 10, so there are 5. I have 10 normal crochet hooks, because it's 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, and so on, and the last it's 8 and 7. Okay, so I have 10 measures, 10 sizes of a normal crochet hook. And if you like to work, or if you want to learn how to work the Tunisian crochet in round, you will find out that these hooks are really comfortable, because they are shorter than the normal crochet Tunisian hook, which are really longer and a little bit more difficult to work with them from my point of view. Okay, but you can use them too, of course. So you can use the original, let's say. Let us begin. So we will need the same color, but 2 strands of yarn. So if you don't have 2 skeins, you can just make a ball of yarn from 1, but we need 2 strands of yarn. Here I have mine, and this one we will let it for later on, and let us begin. So now, as I said, I will begin somewhere in the middle. It's here 1 2 3 4, let's say here. I will take like this the yarn, pull through, and make a little knot. Okay, just secure. Now this is the second. We will work our 4, and then we will go to the second. Maybe a second I can work it a little bit. Yes, here. Okay, and then I will skip directly to my, this is my first. Okay, I will skip directly to this one, or if you think you can just work some stitches here in the middle, okay, you can take some. Okay, and now I am just continue on working my stitches as much as I can, because at one moment you will see that you cannot work anymore, because you know it's in round and it's impossible. Okay, hope you understand. Okay, so I have this much. So now what I have to do, what I want to do, is to turn to the left. Okay, turn to the left, take the other strand of yarn and just work them almost all to the second to last. So yarn over, pull through 1, and from here we will pull through 2, as normally we work Tunisian crochet. Okay, and then I will continue on with taking. Okay, now leave this, take this one and turn and continue on. It's really easy. Okay, I am almost there. Here I am. Okay, and now I can take off the marker. I will need one, but I will show you where and when. Just 2 more stitches now. This one that I can work it here. Oh no, I just take care when you work it. We don't need ugly gaps here. Okay, and 1 more. There are 2. Okay, now let's see where I worked my very first. And this is my very first. Here it is. Okay. Oops. I have it here. I will put the marker on it. Now I'll just continue on to work. This is my very first. Okay, and now let's go on. As I said, we will go on as much as we can, and then when we cannot actually work, we just turn and work the stitches. And here I am already working my second round. Now I have the marker there, so I know where begins and ends my row. Okay, till the second to last, and then continue on. Like this. Okay, and then I will work them again to the left, always to the left. Kind of, we have the wrong side when we work them front of us. Okay, and that's all. That's it. Here we know that it's our first stitch of the round, and we just go on to the length that we just made. It's not difficult, just practice a little bit before you begin with this one. Maybe better if you just want to work the hat. You have the link, and to the eye, you know, the info on the right side corner of the screen. And that's it. So hope you enjoy, hope you understand the way we just have to go on to crochet Tunisian crochet cardigan. It's really nice. Let me tell you that I really like Tunisian crochet. It's really, really nice. Now, if you want, you can purchase the written instructions in 5 sizes for actually the pattern. So all the pattern. If you don't, you can just give it a try by yourself. I highly recommend you to buy the pattern too, because it's really easier, but it's your choice, of course. And what can I tell you? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you like my tutorials. And if you want to share with me some photos of the projects that you already have done with my seeing, watching one, inspired by my my tutorials, sorry, you can just send me photos on a private message on my Facebook page, or easy, you can just tag me on Instagram, and I am always happy to see the photos of your projects. And I just want to thank you to all of you who already send me photos of your projects. Really, really nice, lovely things. Now, see you at the next tutorial. Bye bye.